Technology represents the powerful tools that the learner can use to facilitate his or her own learning process. The pre-service teacher technology competencies identify areas of proficiency for teachers to effectively use technology resources to create the conditions that optimize learning. Teachers need knowledge of the basic technology equipment operations and concepts, technology resources and tools for information literacy, and technology resources and tools for content areas. More information on this can be found in the Technology as Facilitator of Quality Education model. The students in the class are learning how to operate a computer system while they create collages. The teacher explains to the students what they need to do to save their collages on their floppy disks. She also warns students that they may lose their work unless they save it onto the school's network.
What I want you to do, in order to give this to Ms. G, you have to have a 3.5 floppy. Do not save this on these discs these pictures are on because it's not going to work. But if you'll look at the very back of your sheet, and it says number 14, to save collage, hit File, Save As. Go ahead and do that. And change the file drive down at the bottom. Oh, what'd you get, dear? Oh, it's just telling you that it printed. Just hit Clear. It says change it from MIC or Microsoft Image Composer to JPEG. But don't follow that all the way through. Don't hit Save. Is everybody seeing where that is? You don't want to save it as a Microsoft Image Composer. Now, if you are not finished, let's say Megan came up and was working on volleyball. Make sure you are listening to this. And she didn't finish it, and this has happened to you a whole lot of times, and she wanted to finish it later. She left it minimized at the bottom of the screen. Somebody will come in, and sure enough, somebody's going to get rid of that, and you're going to lose what you've done. Or she saved it to the hard drive, and then it just ate up the hard drive, and if everybody saved it there. So what you would need to do is save it to this new network that Mr. Early is, this G drive, right?
The teacher has designed a learning activity that helps students learn how to save files onto a network system. This illustrates technology competency number 1, how to operate a computer system. The students in this photography class are using Microsoft Image Composer to create collages of several activities at their school. They are using pictures that have been previously taken with a digital camera.
What I've done today is I've brought up some discs that have images on them, and we're going to run you through using this. If you want to go back out and go into Microsoft Image Composer, we're going to take you step by step into doing a collage and let you print it out right here to make sure everybody understands the basics of it. Then about halfway through, probably about halfway through, we'll be able to let you go on and do what you wanted to do. Everybody this is kind of hard. Everybody needs to make a box. Mallory, all right, now right click on him and bring him to the front. Click on Bring to Front. Oh, there he is. Now slide him over there. There he is. Look, he was very upset that you put him back behind there. All right. Did yours? All right. Same thing, Lena, with yours. You got to hit Bring to Front, or you can click on the color and say Bring to Back. And actually, it's kind of like a drop shadow. When I use, it's either a drop shadow or a box. It's another way of making a shape. But if you're writing words in it, you probably want to go ahead and make the box.
This software allows them to compile several pictures onto a chosen background and then add text to the collages. Students can also reduce, enlarge, cut, and paste selected parts of the picture. The collages will later be transferred to the school's website so that the community can view them. The teacher has designed an authentic learning activity that incorporates software appropriate to the needs of the learners. This demonstrates technology competency number 20, the use of instructional software. The teacher explains to the students that for the pictures to be on the school website, they must first have the permission to use them. She reminds the class that not all students in the school have permission to have their pictures on the website.
The big clue thing here is that you can take pictures of just about everybody at this school because we have made this so popular with the help of Ms. G, and the students have taken the pictures, is that everybody turns in their permission form to be available on the web. Is there ever a problem with that? There's only like 7 people maybe that aren't on there, and we know who they are from guidance, and we try to make sure they're not ever included. But out of all the students in the high school, there's only 7 that don't have permission to be on the website. So we've made a concerted effort from all the coaches and all the sponsors after school to make sure that everybody is on there.
Because the collages will be posted on the web, the technology director and the teacher talk to the students about safety and privacy on the internet. They advise the students to leave out either their first or last names on their collages for a safety precaution.
Try not to use first and last names. It's a little kind of a safety issue, and parents feel a whole lot better about you putting their child on the web if you don't put everything about them on there.
And even when my students sign, when you sign at the bottom, don't put your first and last name, because it's just a nice, safe thing to do. Either put like, Elle Laffoon or Lindsay L, or just, by your first name. It's fine. People will know.
Later during the lesson, the teacher cautions the students not to change the size of the pictures without keeping the same proportion between the length and the width. She explains why the pictures should not be intentionally distorted.
But look, if you didn't like somebody, you can make them fat, and we can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. You can make them really big, or you can make them really skinny and their head goes way up, and you cannot do that. This is an ethical thing here, and you are entrusted with Ms. G's camera and my class, so you can't distort anybody. So what you have to do is make sure the picture is the correct size, like proportionally. Go up to the little box above the scissors and pick the width and the height, right? Pick the width and the height will change in proportion, right? You pick one, the other one will change. But always remember not to ever physically cause any damage to anyone who's on there. It's real important. So far, our integrity has remained intact. No one has ever caused any damage.
This learning activity teaches students about safety and privacy on the internet and the ethical use of digital images on the World Wide Web. This illustrates technology competency number 6, ethics issues. The teacher encourages the students to look at their collages from a professional point of view, as if they were journalists in the real world. She suggests that knowledge of this software could give them a better chance at a job as they enter the workforce.
It's like you're just like a journalist in the real world. Right after Christy Dayton took this class, she went and applied at Virginia Tech, and almost, she was a freshman, and she almost got a job as like the video person and the team photographer for the football team, because she'd had this class and had so many collages to show that she'd done and different things like that. So you need to think about what you're doing, and always, remain above board, and don't try to change anybody, make them look too funny. You can have fun with the pictures, but don't try to intentionally harm anything.
The students gain awareness of the impact of computing technology in business and society. This illustrates technology competency number 5, computers in society.